Okay. So, we're going to go into the story now. Yeah. Let's go. Okay. Vanishing Skyward. Infiltration. Let's see. Grab myself some mate. Have something to drink. Oh. Wait. My vision goes dark. Everything blurs as the universe finds a strange stillness in its chaos. And then it fades to nothing. A strong resonance pulses through my body. Stirs fragmented memories that drift like fading apparitions. A pale planet appears. It's strange, yet familiar. And then there's an overwhelming force, as silent as a black hole. It's a massive artificial eye. It's been a while since I dreamed about the explosion. Looking back, those roaring flames feel like a surreal distant nightmare. The searing heat in my dreams is still vivid, but the pain in my heart is gone. Maybe it's because the ether core within me has achieved full power. To investigate the deal with anomalous incidents related to the ether cores, the association secretly began Operation Either or the Earl. Over the past few months, we swiftly and discreetly handled numerous anomalies and documented information about a new ether core. We termed it the Spatium Core. After completing several investigations, I learned how seemingly unrelated issues were connected in surprising ways. Silo's brief absence gave the forces who coveted the ether core in the N109 zone an opening. Xavier's former teammates who have gone separate ways possess cutting-edge protocol technology, and their goals extend beyond just targeting Xavier. The strange black crystals are deeply connected to the old battle, causing Zane's nightmares to worsen. And with the watchful eyes of some secret observer, Raphael is forced to quietly search for the power related within the tomb of the Sea God. When traced back to their source, these unrelated threads are connected to one massive entity, Ever. The limited amount of evidence we have also suggests that Ever was the true mastermind behind the Boom Shore district explosion. Give me a second, I need to turn on the fan. Super hot in the room. There we go. Ooh, should be a bit better.
It's been a week since the explosion in the Cascade District. The Farscape fleet still has that region under lockdown. No updates, no details revealed about the investigation. The public is demanding answers.
Is the new fleet colonel defying the Hunters Association by prohibiting hunters from investigating? Would you say tensions are rising?
Would it be?
Deal with those reporters.
Understood.
The entire garden has been blown to bits. Hey, rookie, go investigate.
Yes, Captain. I thought I had the voice turned on, but I don't think I do. The fleet uniform doesn't quite fit me. I subtly roll up my sleeves and push aside the rubble as I make my way into the garden. The energy trail I can resonate with is faint, but is similar to the one belonging to an ether core. The source must be over here.
It's gonna rain tomorrow evening, and all traces will be washed away. Make sure to be done before then.
There's a lot of noise outside. The garden is in ruins. I bend down to dodge the fleet's soldier and crime scene investigators, wearing white gloves to the other side of the hedge. He's right behind these bushes. The burnt vines twist through the vegetation, then silent oppression swallows even the faintest of sounds. are divine. Behind the layer of leaves and petals, it's as if a small hand darts among the tangled branches. I quickly reach out, but my fingers touch another scorched wall. That brief, vaguely familiar energy fluctuation ripples through the air before vanishing. I knew it. 1 week ago. Good. That's like explanation. Commission status denied. Hunters Association Sky Heaven Branch. Task details. A metaflux explosion occurred at Villa Area 6, Cascade District, Sky Heaven. 2 young siblings were home. One was injured and hospitalized while the other is missing. The parents are unreachable. The Sky Heaven branch suspects on either core at the site and requests assistance from headquarters for the investigation. Wait. Level unknown. Huh.
The dispatch request for the explosion incident has already been denied. And I know the details of this case are almost identical to what happened to
Exactly,
you.
that's what I was thinking. I was like, wait, that's not the report from our case. Leaning against the control desk, Jenna slides a holographic screen in front of my eyes.
But rushing to Skyhaven at this critical juncture isn't a wise decision.
Yeah.
If I suggested you don't get involved for now, would you consider it?
No. I'm sorry, Captain. Seeing the glare in the night on the screen, I try to calm myself. But even if it is unrelated to that incident, it might involve the other core. There's no reason for the association to object.
It's not them who are interfering. It's the Far Space Fleet's doing.
The Far Space Fleet.
Skyhaven is a floating artificial island that consumes a large amount of energy. The fleet controls its power supply, which grants them a substantial amount of authority. Their new colonel, who's still in the Deepspace tunnel, is concerned about the confidential information related to the fleet, and so he prevents hunters from investigating.
Sure, understood. I won't go as a hunter. I'll also avoid any conflict involving the fleet. Seeing my unwavering determination, Jenna shows a rare instance of exasperation. She sighs.
In other words, you'll encounter more than just wanderers should you choose to enter Skyhaven. If you're sure about this, then I can approve your request for a long vacation.
Thank you, Captain. He's so nice, to be honest. Not everyone would actually support us in that type of decision. The day I arrived in Skyhaven coincided with new cadet... Wait. The day I arrived in Skyhaven coincided with new fleet cadets reporting for duty. They formed a neat line among the transfer platform. While hidden in the shadows and thinking about how to blend in, I received unexpected help from a recruit who decided to desert. In exchange for my silence, I took her place and successfully moved into the temporary living quarters for new cadets. Then tasks were assigned. I relied on the cadets' burning ambition for flight duties. So that I was left with the unwanted ground support role. And it happened. As a result, I was brought to the explosion site in Cascade District. That's a lot of coincidences. You were banking on everyone wanting to be on the flight team. I mean, if you join, basically a lot of people are very motivated, so I wouldn't put it past them to all want to get to the same place just for the prestige of it. Yeah. There you go. I never imagined I would find myself in Skyhaven for a reason like this. Yeah, the necklace he gave us. Hello. A cold metal chain touches my neck. It's the necklace I once gave to Caleb. I miss you.
Find anything, rookie?
No. With a stern expression, the captain walks over. I come to my senses and shake my head. Captain, I haven't seen anything suspicious.
Keep your eyes peeled, and give it another once-over. If you miss anything, it won't be just you facing the consequences when the Colonel's starship returns.
Yes, Captain. I don't know what's with this new colonel. Since he's butting heads with the association, it's probably better to avoid him. I definitely sensed the Ether Core earlier. If they blocked off the area because of it, I need to move fast. Now, listen a little bit here. Because we have gotten here, right? We gotten in. Everything's alright, right? Now, how do we get out? That's my question. I don't think our main character has thought about returning yet. I feel like entering is not the problem. I think leaving is the problem in this type of missions. Wouldn't it be? Like, you got in, thankfully someone deserted, but, and they gave you the uniform and stuff, and he was a woman, but how do you get out? I'm kind of worried about that part. Don't think we would ever get to that, but let's go. I have a question, Captain. Usually explosions like this involve casualties or people who are severely injured. How can there be individuals who have gone missing? How can there be individuals who have gone missing? How did the fleet confirm this? I also heard we weren't sent here to test for traces of...
Don't poke your nose in places
Yeah,
where
no.
it doesn't belong.
Don't ask
Mind your own
questions.
business.
As expected, everyone in the fleet is keeping quiet about the circumstances surrounding the explosion.
Captain, a suspect just appeared. He showed up in HQ.
Oh,
What did you just say?
The Colonel's starship will be on the HQ's runway in 10 minutes. Command issued an emergency order.
oh, we're going there.
We need to head back and deal with the intruder before the Colonel returns.
They're already here. If things get too chaotic, I might be able to use it to my advantage. How? How? Oh? Where am I?
Colonel, everything is ready. We'll be landing in
I'm not
Skyhaven
here.
without a problem.
This isn't the ship.
Do we have any leads yet on the traitor who almost sank us in deep space 3 days ago?
No, I guess
I'm
not.
afraid not. Maybe our navigation was off. It could have also been unexpected turbulence.
No, it wasn't.
This trip was a test for the new fleet, Colonel. The old guard are looking forward to me not coming back.
Oh.
Unfortunately for them, I already danced with death once.
How do you think that was going to work? He controls gravity. So how?
I won't die again.
Yup. Down he goes.
It doesn't matter if you succeed or fail. You've chosen treason, so the consequences are still the same.
You killing him?
You don't need to return to Skyhaven.
No. Good. Merciless. Good. Good, good, good. I like the uniform. I like the uniform so much. Message. Our space flight. I'm not looking. It was a long chapter. I mean, not long, but more than I thought. Above the clouds. Let's go. To be honest, I haven't thought about this, but I wonder how the main character is going to react. I most likely will just scold him, nag a lot. You know, what the fuck are you alive and you didn't say anything, you piece of shit? Anyways. The Fleet's command center is located in the highest guard station in Skyhaven. The island itself is surrounded by bright sunlight and cold air. A tall, thin man stands at the edge of the runway. His right hand raised high like a tree touching the sky. It trembles in the wind. The sniper had already taken position before we arrived. The suspect is clutching a detonator in his right hand, so they haven't taken the shot. Captain, he's wearing a fleet uniform. Is he one of us?
Storing weapons in his private arsenal and placing explosives in residential areas. Those are ploys to provoke outsiders so they'll be dissatisfied with the fleet and the new colonel. All units, the chance to prove yourselves is here. Pull yourself together, maggots!
Don't call me a maggot. It's just the silence. I wonder who this suspect really is, and if he holds important info about this mysterious group.
They made me. The fleet forced me.
Yeah, they're very fishy. The fleet made him.
Look at the poor bastard. Driven mad by spending too much time in the deep space tunnel.
Don't assume.
Block
It's
all
better
entrances
for
and
them
exits.
if
Make
people
sure no one
assume
sets
that.
foot on the runway.
Following the captain's orders, the entire runway is quickly surrounded in an impenetrable net. Suddenly, a loud buzzing fills the air. Yeah, let's get in here. He's going to be so angry that we're here. God damn it. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't like your sunglasses. Take them off. I mean, I understand the need to use them. The sun is awful. Hi. And then the spectacle of lights. The new fleet colonel. Is that how you call it? Colonel? Who's being widely discussed, stepped out of the sleek black starship. In an orderly fashion, he approaches the man at the edge of the runway. His words are muffled by the wind.
Joseph, you were chosen to be the pilot of a year-long deep space tunnel observation mission. Your outstanding performance 3 years ago was proof of your capabilities.
His voice sounds familiar. More than that. The crowd blocks my view, and I can only catch a glimpse of the figure through the gaps. Silver armband reflects the dazzling light.
You would have enjoyed the privileges befitting a skilled officer after your return. But 2 months ago, your wife and child died in the fleet's brig. Believing you revealed the fleet's secrets during your mission, you put your family under house arrest. They had died as a result.
But that's not his fault. He put his family under house arrest to keep them safe. But if they died... Were they also victims of an explosion? I'm a bit confused. Wait. In the Fritz brig. What is brig? What is that? What do you mean? I don't know English. I seem to not know English. Give me a moment. Brig. Meaning. Okay. Wait, a prison? Especially a naval or military prison. Okay. I'm not sure if that's correct. I'll just go with it.
You're the person behind the Cascade District's explosion, yes? And you were trying to make a statement to the fleet by attacking its members.
You know why?
Why that voice? Humanize him a little bit. Poor Joseph. I wonder how it was in other languages. I might check. Joseph sounds as if his vocal cords had been torn. His voice is unpleasant to the ear. Oh, that could be... Yeah. If his vocal cords had been torn, then that makes more sense. It just sounded really, really weird. Really cartoonish.
And yet the information I collected tells a different story.
Oh?
After your mission ended 2 years ago, you were suffering from the effects of long-term exposure to cosmic radiation. Your memories were severely affected. Hence, you received a prescription for the psychotropic drug Cybazin at the medical center. But you went ahead and increased the dosage on your own.
Oh.
You probably weren't aware that a Cybazin addiction can lead to cognitive dissonance and confusion. That's why,
So he's impatient.
after your overdose, you accidentally killed your wife and child.
Even worse. Okay.
When you recovered, you created a lie to escape from the pain of what you've done.
He speaks calmly, and then everything becomes quiet.
No, that's not possible. You made me do it. You planted a mind control device in me.
Oh,
It's
so
that
you have...
chip.
Okay, he's convinced of that. Chip. Oh, maybe it's actually something... It makes sense, maybe. Something like that may have happened. Joseph's hoarse voice is interrupted. Reality instantly distorts behind him as a black hole appears. His edge is blurred.
Enough. You don't need to defend yourself anymore.
As soon as the colonel finishes speaking, the man and the detonator are consumed by the black hole in the blink of an eye. It quickly closes, and the clear sky reappears once more. But now the edge of the runway is empty.
Lock down the command center. We still have an unidentified traitor with us.
Oh. The order is called, and everyone snaps out of their daze. My palms start to sweat, and my heart races. There's only one thought in my mind. I need to make a move. How did he know? I mean, honestly, you shouldn't have been here in the first place, but how did he know? He just got back from this deep space tunnel. Could he really know what's happening on the ground too? Since no one's paying attention, I quietly turn around. But before I can move, I feel as though 1,000 grams have been dropped into my shoulders. I can't move. This evil is... Yep, we've been found out. Caleb, please, I'm really just going to buy some snacks. I'll be fine.
It's raining. And did you forget how you came back home injured? That was when you went out to buy snacks too. You should stay here.
Yeah. It's also gravity evil. Hi, hello. Sound of footsteps stop behind me. A long shadow is cast.
Don't move.
The moment the voice speaks, my blood freezes. Yeah, you should recognize him from close. Yeah. Honestly, he deserves a scolding. It's not because I'm scared. I heard this voice before. I know this voice.
Colonel, I'll immediately start an investigation into her identity.
No need.
Yeah, he knows us.
I'll do it myself.
My mind goes blank. It's as if the noise around me has been filtered out. Hello. Yeah, obviously we were going to get caught, like right at the beginning, because you had absolutely no plan for it. Thankfully, we didn't get dragged into the black hole. With the other guy. Let's continue. Oh, what a situation. I'm tied up again. I'm forced to sit in a chair used for questioning, restraints emerge from it and secure my hands and feet. Honestly, at this point, just pretend you don't know him. This is the interrogation room on the fleet's starship.
The Colonel will question you himself. Good luck.
Thank you very much. I will need it. After the door closes, a harsh, incandescent light shines down from above. another light behind the one-way glass window opposite of me turns on. I can only see a blurry figure.
I'll start asking the questions. Please cooperate.
I see air in the interrogation room gnaws at my chest. I take a deep breath and try to calm down. Colonel, I'm a small fish. Why are you personally interrogating me?
You deceived the entire fleet with a fake identity. Can you really be called a small fish?
I mean, they're incompetent, so yeah, I am still a small fish.
Do you know what happens to people who pretend to be a fleet officer?
Despite figuring out who I am, you didn't attack me. Instead, you brought me to an interrogation room. Either I committed a more serious mistake than pretended to be an officer, or I have a secret that piques your interest. I would have been arrested if not. The light behind the glass wall flickers twice, and the silhouette vanishes. He enters the room without missing a beat, his military boots touching the alloyed floor.
If you understand the situation, then let's go ahead and have a nice chat.
You piece of shit. You didn't tell me that you were alive.
Is it really you?
Show some respect to the Farspace.
Yeah, you need to keep
Colonel.
appearances, girl. Don't.
That means he's definitely part of that group. How can a stranger look so similar to Taylor?
He's not.
I can't believe it.
What do you mean? What do you mean, stranger? Like, girl. Even if he wasn't your enemy or something, and he was undercover, he needs to pretend. This is most... Like, interrogations are always recorded, woman. You should know this.
Sir, have we met before? You seem familiar.
You're wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Stop it.
you look exactly like someone I know.
Watch your mouth.
Don't say anything, woman. You need to shut up.
There's more than one pair of eyes observing you in this room.
Exactly.
The camera.
Girl.
If he really is Caleb, could there be a secret behind all this?
I mean, yeah, of course there is.
All
Yeah.
right.
Smart move.
Take the fucking hint.
Good. Let's get started then.
How much are you going to pretend this
An
interrogation?
interrogation, of course, and a thorough inspection.
Oh. Okay.
That's...
Yeah, you're gone.
Once we're done here, I'll return it to you.
Sure. The necklace. Yes. You're going to keep it.
It belonged to someone from my childhood. He died in an explosion, like the one in the Cascade District.
Yeah, you're going to say that.
Miss him.
Just at this point, stay still. Look around.
Sir, can you tell me something? If that person hadn't died, would he support me even now?
In the Farspace
don't be
fleet,
like that.
there are only soldiers and officers.
I'm begging her for her to shut up.
Then, what about you? Will you support me?
Do what you're told and don't cause any trouble.
Exactly.
You won't get hurt then.
Shut up and look around. Yep. Is that a color?
What's this?
It's a mood tracker.
A what?
The cameras in this room will scan your iris and facial movements before sending the data straight through a terminal.
Ah, so I like the
That,
detector.
along with the monitor's information, will be analyzed to gauge your emotional stability. In other words, there's a catch. You can't lie,
Exactly.
no matter what.
Yeah, I like the detector. Okay.
It's necessary. Be obedient and it'll be over before you know it.
Okay, so he is on our side a little bit, a tiny bit. I wanted him to be an enemy though. That would have been interesting. Hi.
Did you pretend to be an officer just so you could investigate the Ether Core? Be honest.
I like his outfit too much.
What? He knows about the Ether Core?
Of course he knows.
I don't know.
I told you before, you're not allowed to lie.
Oh god.
I didn't.
Recently, there was a large energy explosion in the N109 zone, related to an Ether Core.
I know nothing about it.
At that time, you disappeared without a trace and didn't check in with any organization, but you weren't punished upon your return. Our intel suggests you were in the N109
I
zone.
was visiting a friend. What are you talking about?
Don't understand.
Allow me to remind you that we are in Skyhaven. We're above the clouds.
Yeah, they
and
most
even
likely
the
have all
World
the
Evil
information.
government has to abide by the fleet. Your survival here and your chance of being able to leave this place
Why am I
alive
that
depend
color?
on
What
your
happened to my
honesty and
skin
willingness
tone?
to follow my orders.
I think it glitched. Just the voice. There it's corrected. Good.
I will ask again.
I'm sorry.
Did you come to Skyhaven for the Ether Core?
No.
Is he really Caleb?
Answer me.
You're not helping me.
Remember, the camera is watching. You must tell the truth.
He's trying to help, girl. Don't be intimidated.
He's reminding me that there's surveillance, so I can't say anything. I'm telling the truth. I'm not related to anything involving an Ether Core.
Then why are you here? Are you kind of...
This is your last chance.
I don't know anything.
I don't know if we are doing something good or if not.
You passed.
Okay. Girl, you were stressing me out. Maybe a
Surprise?
modified one.
Sure, it's been a while, but you already forgot about me?
What? You piece of shit.
It's you, right? Caleb.
Is there another me in the world?
You fucking idiot. You fucking... Like... She's been looking for you. She's been looking for you for a long time. You have disappeared. We thought you were dead. Fuck you. You deserve a slap.
Did I scare you?
Of course you did. Of course you did.
It is you. Caleb. I must be dreaming.
I'm going to kill him. Girl,
It's
if you don't
me.
slap him yourself, I'm doing
It's
okay.
okay.
Myself.
I'm back.
I mean, it's so sweet, but at the same time, give him a good hit. He deserves it. What do you mean you survived and you didn't say anything? Just then, I am alive. I'm more offended for her than anything else. Fucking... Ah. Oh, from 1 to 6. What is this? Oh, that's a cute little thing. Unlocked post. Okay. I unlocked a lot of stuff from here. And this pieces of shit, because I'm going to continue, but like some time ago, we got this. We got this some time ago. And it said, from Lincoln City Hall. Dear Mrs. Demis Quinn, we regret to inform you that, per the verification process conducted by Lincoln City government, Josephine and Caleb have been officially recorded as deceased due to an accident. We kindly request you to bring your valid identification to the Lincoln City Hall to complete the necessary record adjustments and collect the death certificates. Thank you for your understanding and cooperation. Lincoln City Hall. They sent us this before the goddamn update. I'll pay attention to all this later, but they sent us all of that. Just like, oh yeah, he's officially dead. No, he's not. No, he's not. Maybe he's living under another name now or something, and I'm not sure, but god damn it, I will be angry. I'll be happy, but angry at the same time.
Oh, don't be afraid. It's all right. From now on, we'll be living together.
Oh, the grandma.
Does this mean we'll never be alone again?
Yes. Starting today, I'll be your grandma.
Yeah, she was so cute. We got like a chapter with her only. We didn't get much, but it seemed interesting. Okay, wait. In the empty void I see, everything is like a painting. White background that is seconds away from being drowned in a sea of color. There's one exception, the figure standing before me who's strikingly clear. You. Who are you again?
It's okay if you've forgotten. I'll remind you.
He holds my hand with a radiant smile. His eyes gleam like sunlight.
I'm Caleb. I'll always be by your side.
Yeah, because we did lose our memories during the incident. My mind returns to the present. All I can see is a grayish white glow with a metallic chill. Caleb sits opposite of me. He reaches for the first aid kit as he holds my wrist, which has marks from the restraints earlier.
Most of the fleet's meds work immediately. It might sting. You need to tough it out.
Standard care is completely different from the cold, intimidating facade he wore on the interrogation room.
What's up?
I thought it was me. I need this to be a different color. I need to be sure that it's really you.
You still can't believe I'm back?
Dude, you were officially dead. Gently holds my hand.
Do I need to do a formal introduction?
He meets my gaze and his voice softens. A mirth appears in his eyes.
I'm Caleb. I'll always be by your side.
Don't give me a headbutt. Those familiar words and kind voice are truly unique. I exhale, my racing heart finally calming down. You were scary in the interrogation room, but now... I shake my bandaged wrist and then slam my hand down on the bed next to Caleb. When he's about to stand up, I get in his way again. It's my turn to interrogate you. Yes! That happened after the explosion. The police and the Hunters Association has said...
I don't really remember. It was like a dream, to be honest. When I woke up, I assumed it was connected to the ether core.
So you already knew it?
I just knew. That's all.
Listen, don't be vague. Why didn't you contact me? And you're a colonel now? Survived. Why didn't you contact me?
Well...
What do you have to say? He turns to look out the window. The night sky resembles a dark, flowing river.
If I didn't join the fleet, I would have been abandoned.
Abandoned?
That's just how things work, Pipsqueak. So, I couldn't contact you. I can't bear to imagine you being put through that pain again.
Well, yeah, there were a few months of that pain, you piece of shit. I mean, I guess he wasn't able to. At least not without everyone knowing. Caleb isn't exactly interested in explaining, so I don't press him. I would have. What matters is that he's alive. She's not here. She's not alive, I guess. Lost Grandma. If you're here, she must be okay too. No, she's not.
I'm sorry. I couldn't protect both of you.
As Caleb's gaze loses some of his light, the faint hope in my heart breaks.
Alright, let's move on. You might start crying again if we don't.
I mean, let me cry, dude. What's the problem?
We finally reunited. If Gran knew, she'd want you to cheer up.
I mean, let me cry. What's how bad can he be? Unless he has some sort of reputation to hold. Doesn't want to get anyone running into me just cry. That's such a stupid way. Caleb closes the first aid kit and stands up. He returns it to the cupboard.
After all that interrogating, shouldn't we relax?
You would be a bit
You've been running around all day and must be exhausted. Let's get something to eat.
There you go.
Colonel, the captain of the 3rd Squadron would like to speak with you. He has suggested solitary confinement for the traitor you captured.
Come back to me when the bauble around his neck grows a brain.
I love it. I love the attitude. Caleb, you're really strict.
Strict? Me?
Yeah, you are. His armband shines, maintaining his stern expression. Caleb returns to my side.
I haven't even disciplined you. And your cover's so good that you're living in the officer barracks?
He'll me off the bed, cuddling my injured wrist. He inspects the body from my shoulder down to my waist.
Pack up your stuff. You can stay at my place, you know. I don't live at HQ, so you'll have more freedom to move around.
Awesome! But I'm still a traitor to the fleet. It might be weird if I'm suddenly accompanying a colonel everywhere. He lowers my wrist and taps on the other one. Understanding his intentions, I turn around to let him check my back. I'll draw even more attention. Some people might even question your authority.
Hold on. Are you being considerate on behalf of your fellow fleet mates? Or do you actually want me to prove your guilt so you'll be locked up?
I mean, it could be both. I mean, I know you're a colonel, but you cannot do whatever you want. Once the inspection is done, Caleb moves over to face me.
Don't worry. If anyone dares to question your identity, tell them you're my new adjutant.
Is that how you call that? Adjutant. Adjutant. I need to remember that. I don't know how to read that. So you wanted me to use your influence anyway.
It's an order.
Sure. I mean, if I have permission. He chuckles, taking off his hat and places it on my head. This is so cute.
The colonel's whereabouts are classified. The same goes for the people around him.
Ah, okay. I see where you're going.
If rumors could threaten me, I wouldn't be wearing this armband.
Caleb's personal aircraft carries us away from Skyhaven main island, and we go to the surrounding guard stations. Golden sunlight traces the crystalline lines across the viewport. In the cramped cockpit, built for two, I tell him everything that happened when we were separated for several months. The researchers being killed one after another, the documents Grandma left behind, and the ether core within me. Since Operation Either Ordeal and the Spatium Core are confidential, I omit the details related to the Association's investigation. Caleb, the one who's pulling the strings, is ever. Behind his goggles, Caleb's gaze is unreadable. He grips the control sticks and smartly guides the plane through the clouds. I understand. Let me deal with it for now. Most likely knows. 10 minutes later, the scenery projected from the starship camera shifts to a floating, fragmented island. The starship slowly descends and passes through an invisible barrier surrounding the landmass. In front of us is a spacecraft-shaped building. I would hate to be in this place.
Here we are.
I would hate it so much. Anything floating in the air? No. It's interesting. You just get reunited, now we're living together. The white glow from the entrance lamp disperses the darkness. The entire room is flooded with light. I hang my back in the closet by the entrance before running my hand along the cabinet. Look at all this dust. Caleb, you didn't invite me over just so I could clean your house, right?
This place is usually empty, and I rarely stay here. Of course, it's not exactly pretty.
That's a good excuse, I believe. I just love that she went in and she was like, "Place needs some cleaning." I love her.
Move.
Holding a few jackets he took off from my luggage, he lightly nudges my foot.
Only the toiletries are left. Go ahead and sort out your stuff.
So I'm moving in with you,
actually,
okay?
Hold on a sec.
Yes? What is your shirt about? What is this about? After tossing my jackets aside, he takes my finger and presses it on the door's lug.
How long are you staying in Skyhaven? If you're not in a rush, why not extend your leave for a few more weeks?
Hunters don't get summer or winter vacations. Captain Jenna let me take some time off, but it's not because I don't have anything better to do.
I almost forgot. You already graduated from hunter school.
Yep, a long time ago.
Fingerprint entry completed.
Give me access to his
Pick
house.
a bedroom you like.
A bedroom? You have a lot? How many does this place have if you're asking me to pick one? Exactly. I follow Caleb into the living room. The house is spacious, nearly empty in fact. The decor is simple and consists of muted colors. It's devoid of life. Caleb, are you planning to live in Sky Heaven?
Why do you ask?
Doesn't this mean we'll be separated again?
You don't want that to happen, right?
I could always come visit. Or he could come visit me. I'll be busy since I'm a hunter. I'm just giving you a heads up in case you miss me. After navigating through several doorways, I stumble upon a bedroom with a comfortable lighting. I stop before it. Don't tell me it's his. Don't tell me it's his room. Please. Please. That would be too cliche.
Yeah. Without our wanderer chasing hunter, we'd all be doomed.
Caleb leans against the doorway and looks inside.
You like this room?
It seems cozy.
Okay then.
His lips curl into a familiar teasing smile as he heads towards the kitchen.
Think about what you want to eat for dinner, and your personal chef will make it.
You know how to cook? Really? I catch up to Caleb and jump, put my arms around his neck. Make all your specialties. Braised pork, sweet and sour fish, pork chop.
Do you actually want to eat all that, or are you just naming all the menu items? You have quite the appetite.
My weight on him, Caleb pivots before putting me down.
You don't need to help out. Just relax in the living room. Oh yeah, just so you know, that room you claimed is mine.
I knew it. I was waiting for it. I know how these things work. I actually feel proud of that. For a moment I was like, oh, maybe it isn't. But it is, it was. I'm more happy than I thought I would be. Oh god. After dinner, Caleb insists on clearing the table himself. He tells me to rest and he will get my bedroom ready soon. I hesitate for a moment before deciding to ask him about the explosion incident. As I reach the terrace, thunder roars from outside. Oh, but thunderstorms from up above must look really good. I hate heights, but thunderstorms may be worth it. I mean, yeah, there's also a lot of... Yeah, it would be a bit dangerous to be in the clouds while there's a thunderstorm, but it would look amazing. Sorry, I got distracted. The sound alone makes me jump. Maybe it's because we're closer to sky here. Seeing Caleb's busy figure, I calm down a little. Caught by his gentle gaze, the words stick in my throat. I can only say a random sentence. I want a soda. Caleb steps aside, creating a path for me to get to the fridge. Let me open it. You want one? He doesn't decline, so I offer him a soda can.
You're gonna move your hand when I try to take it. I'm not falling for that again.
You can just, I think, instead of moving it, you could just try to get him by surprise and just press the soda can on his neck. Something like that. He gets the best reactions out of people. Stop acting like a baby. I'm done with those childish antics. I'm not. Caleb reaches out, but I quickly move my wrist so the soda avoids his fingers. You. Before I can finish, the soda falls from my hand. Caleb effortlessly catches it.
Talk about immature.
We toast, our cans clinking against each other. Another roar of thunder startles me. However, I choke.
Still a scaredy cat?
It seems. Caleb can't help but chuckle. He pats my back, and as if recalling something, he looks out the window into the night.
I thought you weren't afraid of it anymore.
What do you mean? Caleb sets down the soda and brings up a tablet that controls many of the house utilities. The curtains are shut, which protects the room from the storm outside.
Remember your astrophobia from when you were little? Didn't you usually hide whenever thunder rolled in?
That's how it's called, astrophobia. Maybe it was because thunder sounded too much like Wanderer's Roar. I was still terrified of it months after the Chronorith catastrophe had ended.
At first, I thought you were playing hide and seek with me. But then I saw you were just frightened.
You always remember the minor details. But eventually I became immune to it.
And who should we thank for that?
I look up. With his eyebrows slightly raised, Caleb grins. And reflecting on those memories, I pretend to be clueless. You should thank my resilience.
You ungrateful pipsqueak.
He's adorable. Caleb teases me and pinches my nose. Chuckling at my reaction, he lets go. Of course I remember that whenever there was a storm, regardless of whether it was during the day or at night, he always stayed by my side. I didn't dare to fall asleep, but Caleb always covered my ears until I dozed off. The thunderstorms trapped him, the most popular kid on the block, outside inside the house. And so he had to seek refuge with me in various hiding places. Yeah, I just imagine. It's like, nope, need to go back. No one else knew it was me that was trapped home, and Caleb was the one who broke that magical cage. Caleb, why were you always the first person to find me? Wait. There we go. Caleb, why were you always the first person to find me? It didn't matter whether I hid in the closet or the attic.
We probably have a telepathic connection.
You just got lucky every time.
Yeah,
I feel like...
and? Doesn't matter if I'm lucky or not.
Maybe I'm just too predictable. Sentimentality grazes my heart's surface. My hand that's resting on the fridge subconsciously twitches. Why do I feel awkward all of a sudden? I mean, isn't telepathy usually something twins have? Like the ones who are involved in this incident? Thinking of those two that were affected by the explosion, my voice lowers. Over the next few days, there wasn't any progress in finding Kevy. Who the fuck is Kevy? And his sister Mia is still recovering. Ah, Kevy is the one that... Okay, the one that disappeared, one of the siblings. Okay. Kevy and Mia. Caleb,
You still want to investigate?
Of course. Do you think I gave up? Caleb has read my mind. I hesitate for a moment before nodding. Kevy is still missing, and I need to know if Ever is related to the explosion. If Ever is involved, there's good chance I'll get important info that's connected to the Ether Core. Kevy might have already been marked as their target.
The fleet will handle it. And even if you doubt them, can't you trust me?
No. I mean, as a person, yes. As the colonel, I don't think so.
Since you're on vacation, why not just kick back and relax in Skyhaven?
You're asking too much, man. But Caleb, his sister must be worried sick about him right now. She probably wants to be with Kevy again. That's not a reason. I'm already your I forgot how to read that. Adjutant. I'm already your adjutant. I promise not to cause any trouble. If anything bad happens, I'll take full responsibility. Ouch. Something hits my head, but it's not a light tap or a smack. Caleb has a serious expression.
What are you even saying? I always have your back. Don't even think about drawing a line in the sand. Take care of yourself. Do that, and you can investigate whatever you want.
Thank you. So after everything draws to a close, can you come home with me?
I remember you saying you'd be fine by yourself. But it seems like you still want someone with you.
Listen, it would... maybe, I don't know. Everyone has this different stuff. Raphael lives on the studio. Doesn't live very close, but Xavier lives like next door. He's the one that lives the closest to us. Zane lives in the city too, so Zane and Raphael are kind of on the same distance, I believe. Silas lives on the N109 zone. He doesn't give a shit. He just pays for a plane ticket and is there in 5 minutes. You might be the one that lives the farthest from us. Interesting. Huh. Sorry. I worry about you if we are always separated.
Is that the only reason?
I mean, you never contact me, so... He shifts his gaze down after suddenly using a softer voice. Oh. I'm still figuring out what's going on with your shirt. The fridge door is slightly ajar, and Caleb's hand rests on it. Why is it ajar? Why? You're wasting energy. You're wasting electricity. Close that door. I'm seemingly trapped in this confined space. The cool breeze brushes against my shoulders. The faint glow from the refrigerator casts shadows in the depths of his determined steadfast gaze.
Is it just because I said I'd always be by your side?
Not really. What are you doing?
I'm just messing around. What's wrong? Cat got your tongue?
You're getting very intimidating, but honestly, I like your eyes. Your eyes have a really nice color. It's like purple with orange. I like that combination. Feeling the tension dissipate, I pretend to be annoyed as I push him away and change the topic. Move. It's so cold being in front of the fridge. If I get sick, it will be your fault. Amused, Caleb willingly backs off.
All right. I'll keep my distance. It'll be like there's an ocean between us. You stick to your side, and I'll stick to mine. Don't worry. You won't have to remind me twice.
Why does that sound so sad? Boy, no. You're telling me not to draw the line and you're drawing it yourself. Kelly has returned to my side. I should be relieved, happy even, but I tossed and turned in bed that night. Where did you sleep? Where did he sleep? As I opened my eyes, the bright morning light filters through the curtains. A warm glow is cast on the bedside. After staring at the dimly lit ceiling for what feels like an eternity, I wearily get up. The house is silent. It seems Caleb just left. My breakfast, still warm, is sitting on the dining table. I notice a note tucked underneath it. Your highest priority is resting and enjoying your meal. Everything else comes second. Sweet. I smile as I fold the note. When I sit down, I get a voice message.
Did you eat breakfast yet? I'll be sorting some things out with the fleet. I'll pick you up later.
Yeah. I just love it. I finished eating my breakfast while going over last night's plan in my head. Alright, it's time to visit that medical center. Hulu Medical Center, Inpatient Department, 9th floor, room 903, Mia. Thanks to Caleb's support, I quickly find the place where Mia is recovering. It's been said that Kevin and Mia are very close. She's the key to finding him.
I'm terribly sorry, Adjutant. The patient has just recovered from being in critical condition. Visits are prohibited unless her primary care physician authorizes it. This applies to fleet personnel as well.
Will I speak to the doctor then? The nurse looks me up and down. There's a hint of suspicion in her eyes.
Dr. Jones is busy with meetings with a visiting team of medical specialists. The earliest you can schedule an appointment with him is next week.
I understand. I don't have a week. Mia is in a precarious situation right now, but with the hospital's strict security measures, her safety is guaranteed at least. I find myself walking to the elevator, and my gaze falls on the directory sign. The administrative offices are on the 16th floor. If Dr. Jones is in a meeting, he may be on this floor. Ding! The elevator doors open. While engaged in hushed conversation, several doctors step out. I guess I can only try my luck upstairs now. Just as I'm about to enter the elevator, a familiar voice cuts through my train of thought like a blade of frost. I was thinking about that. I was like, ooh, could Zane appear here? It's a hospital. Zane? Are you though? Zane? Hello? The figure wearing a white lab coat turns around. When our gazes meet, he adjusts his glasses. Surprise flickers in his eyes. Like, the fuck are you doing here? Is this the confidential schedule you talked about 2 weeks ago? Don't worry, I'll experience memory loss once I'm back in Lincoln. The vending machine saying gets himself a latte. He gives me a bottle of pear juice.
If I'm not mistaken, a few days ago you said the association ordered you to take leave. However, I didn't think a medical center in Skyhaven was a vacation spot.
It isn't. Well... Slightly tilts his head back to sip his coffee and frowns because it isn't sweet enough. He scans the department signs on this floor. You like coffee sweet? That is not that bitter. Well, I didn't think he was going to like that. Anyways.
You don't have to explain why you're here. It's obvious.
Oh yeah, he knows me too. I sigh and give Zane a rundown of the incident. I figured I could talk to Mia and see if she knows anything about Kevin.
Mia is no longer in critical condition. She should be able to receive visitors.
Oh, so she was lying. Do you know Mia?
Her primary care physician used to be my colleague. He mentioned her during his visit. Since Mia was exposed to a metaflux explosion, I checked her heart to ensure she's all right.
Huh. I see. How is she now?
Her physical recovery is going well, but she was badly shaken by the accident. Mia still displays signs of avoiding the outside world, but you talking to her might help ease her nerves.
If it's possible, I would like to try. Zane taps the folder containing medical records. Then he looks at me.
Give me a second. I'll ask.
Good. It's good to have contacts. Ask the doctor. Give me permission.
Dr. Jones,
I can shut up the nurse. A few minutes pass. Then Zane puts his phone away. Under my hopeful gaze, his expression softens as he nods.
Follow me. I'll check on Mia's condition first. And if she's all right, I'll ask her.
Good. After receiving the visitation guidelines, I take a deep breath and follow him into the hospital room. In the pristine white room, a young girl around 10 years old, oh, they were so little, sits on the bed. Her face is covered in bandages. I thought they were going to be older.
Mia, the nurse said you drank some milk today. That's good.
Mia turns her head without responding. With a blank stare, she looks out the window. Zane crouches down by the bed, gently touches Mia's elbow.
Since you listened to the doctor and the nurse, it doesn't hurt as much now?
The little girl slowly blinks, silently acknowledging it and acknowledging Zane's words.
While waiting for the pain to go away, do you want a reward?
I want to go home.
Oh, baby. Her soft voice, tinged with sorrow, resounds in the quiet ward. My heart feels a faint pang, as if that voice reached out to me, pushing me to move closer. However, I hesitate, unsure how to start a conversation. Seeing that Mia has noticed me, Zane speaks in an even gentler tone, which radiates reassurance.
She's my friend. A skilled hunter who saved many children like you.
Huh?
It's unclear which of Zane's words affect her, but she slightly stirs. Hello, Mia. Zane calmly observes, stepping back only when he sees Mia doesn't flinch at my approach. Do you want to talk? Mia hesitates and nods. Relieved, Zane and I exchange looks. Zane leaves the room. On his way out, he taps my hand, silently telling me not to stay for too long. I thought he was going to be a teenager or more. That's a little kid. Taking a seat beside their bed, I tenderly hold her hand. Mia, what you went through, I also experienced that. You must be really upset. Her small hand slightly twitches in response to my words. Do you miss your brother, Mia? Her empty eyes flicker with emotion. She's about to cry.
Is he dead?
Her eyes are filled with to the brim with tears. Don't worry, he's probably just hiding.
But I always find him. I can't this time.
I can't with children crying. Stop. The tears. No, I'm not. No, I refuse. Stop it. Your brother wouldn't just leave you. Probably got into a bit of trouble. Can you tell me what you saw before the explosion happened? I might be able to help. She stares at me, and just as she's about to speak, a knock interrupts us. A person wearing glasses and a dark-colored uniform enters. He has the Far Space Fleet's insignia on his armband.
It seems the Colonel forgot to inform us. What brings you here, Adjutant?
This is a bad person. His scrutinizing gaze washes over me, and I look away. It seems today won't go according as planned. The Colonel has his reasons. Just do your job. I'll step back next time to avoid any trouble. As I'm about to leave, Mia suddenly calls out to me.
Miss?
She retrieves a burnt dog plushie from behind her pillow. She sounds nervous when she speaks.
Thank you for visiting me. Can I give you Lucia as a present?
Oh, she's called Lucia. Lucia, is this dog plushie? Take it. Sure. She's so cute. She's so cute. God damn it. That was close. I really can't handle children crying like that. Let's go. I feel like some people on the fleet know what I'm doing. They kind of want to avoid me looking into stuff, which may be interesting. Cool mist rises slowly from the lawn, giving only a shadowy outline of the hospital wing streamlined with white architecture. I squeeze the dog plushie named Lucia. I'm genuinely puzzled about what Mia's intent is. Is this just a gift?
Have you made any progress?
Maybe. Dane sits down next to me. He gives me a cup that's filled with a drink. I don't know what it is, though. Is this milk tea, a health drink, or a fruit slushy?
Warm water.
He calmly looks over before lowering his head. Then he gently squeezes the dog plushie's cheek. As usual, he delivers his dry humor with a straight face.
Furrowed brows, pursed lips, and a scrunched up face. All symptoms of severe dehydration.
There's no way my face is. I quickly relax my expression, but my brows furrow again upon seeing Lucia.
Mia clung to this plushie from the site of the explosion at the medical center. Now it's with you. What did she say?
I said I'd help her find her brother.
Kevi?
Yep. Zane pauses, his thoughts drifting for a moment before he shifts slightly. His tone becomes more solemn.
Something or someone must be behind his disappearance. However, by getting involved, you'll have to confront people who are also searching for him.
Yep, I know. As the Farspace fleet dealt with the culprit behind the explosion, the whole thing feels too similar to what happened to me. I'm not sure, but Ever must be involved somehow. Heavy must have something they are after, or there's a secret they are desperate to keep hidden.
The closer you are to the truth, the closer you are to danger. If you truly thought this through...
Not really. I think not. But I'll do it anyways. Once they make their move, there will be a second time and then a third. I can't just stand there and watch the same tragedy repeat itself with these two.
Aside from Ever, there's another curious matter.
Mm-hmm.
I studied in Skyhaven and worked at Willow Medical Center for a while. As a result, I'm familiar with the general atmosphere of this place.
Are they restless?
But I've noticed how different it is from what I remember.
What are you trying to say?
The fleet.
Uh-huh.
Back then, the fleet wielded a considerable amount of influence beneath a modest facade. They spent most of their time carrying out exploration missions in the Deepspace tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
A majority of the people who worked here for 7 to 8 years had never seen what their vessels looked like. This sort of large-scale operation where their forces have been deployed on the ground is unprecedented.
Huh. It is strange, yeah. It's also something that wouldn't be noticeable unless you lived in Skyhaven for several years. Captain Jenna mentioned this before I left Lincoln. The fleet's response to the explosion is different from what they have done in the past. I'll keep a close eye on the situation, but for now, I need to find Kevy as soon as possible. He's been missing for a while now and could be in danger. Zane nods and looks up at the dark clouds in the sky.
Did you find any leads?
Sorry. It's been a week since the explosion. The fleet must have searched through every nook and cranny of the explosion site and the surrounding area. If they can't find him, Kevy must have either been taken away by someone or hiding in an even more secluded place. While the latter sounds unlikely, I look at Lucia's big wide eyes. Wait, when we were watching when we were looking at the site of the explosion, we did resonate with something. And there was a description that said that it looked or it felt like someone reaching out to us. Maybe we just need to go back with the plushie. Kind of being like, we're with your sister, you're safe. And maybe reaching out too much. While the latter seems unlikely, I look at Lucia's big, wide eyes. Did Mia give me a clue?
Let me take a look.
I give Lucia to Zane. He scrutinizes it for a moment before tugging his charred tail. There's a burst of static before a voice crackles from the plushie.
Where are you hiding? I'm done playing.
Mia, you're so silly. I'm in our secret base.
But we said not to hide in the secret base. You're cheating.
Noticing my surprised gaze, Zane places Lucia back onto my lap and strokes his head.
I've seen similar toys with sick children.
I knew it was a smart move to turn to a doctor. I carefully pull Lucia's tail and listen to the conversation again. Then I realized something. Maybe Kevy wasn't taken away. He might be hiding. Is this secret base his hiding place? I turn back to look at Zane and speak. Think.
Don't. I'm tired of hearing that.
I'll buy you dessert. When we're back in Lincoln, I'll buy you the latest item on Malthusia's dessert menu. I suddenly recall how Zane had taken several consecutive days off after returning from Chancia. It's something he rarely does. You've already used up some of your vacation time. Will you be busy later? I can get the dessert to go and give it to you at the hospital instead.
This is the first time I've heard of someone inviting another out for dinner by using a complaint.
I'm afraid I'll bother you when you're busy. Zane slowly leans back, studies me for a moment and then reaches for the cup of warm water. His expression remains indiscernible.
I suppose what you need isn't water, but something that's more than lukewarm.
What do you mean? Noticing my confusion, Zane slightly tilts his head and responds with a smile that carries amusement and resignation.
We both have to deal with challenges, one after another. If we want to see each other, then there will be moments like this where we can sit together, no matter how hectic things get.
He lifts Lucia's head, and the blushy stares at me with its dewy black eyes.
Once you help Mia, take some time to think about what you'd like to eat with me.
Okay. Sure. Yes, we're back here. Oh, don't die. Following the explosion, the Far Space Fleet uses Wanderers as the reason for sealing off the area and evacuating all citizens within 2-kilometer radius. Maybe the week-long search has led them to believe Kevi is no longer in this neighborhood. No fleet soldiers are stationed here tonight. The charred ground reveals several sets of footprints, all disorderly. Many have passed through this place. Kevi. As I enter the backyard, I see a scorched swing and a slide that's been reduced to a metal frame. I pause before carefully tugging Lucia's tail. If Kevi's still around, he might hear this. After a few minutes, I notice a faint sobbing. Suddenly, a familiar energy fluctuation ripples through the air. Behind the shrubs, a tear in reality, around half a meter wide, materializes. A timid little boy emerges. He's hesitating. Realizing I'm not his sister, he tries to run away, but I quickly call out to him. Wait, Mia sent me. The boy freezes. He turns around, but his head is still lowered. He's unwilling to meet my gaze.
You shouldn't come any closer. Don't look at my face. Have I become a monster?
Granulated crystals seem to be growing around his eye sockets, almost engulfing his whole face. A few months ago, I saw this sort of phenomenon in the N109 zone with those monsters and in Jansia City. Maintaining my composure, I touched the crystals on his face. A sharp pain shoots through my palm, but the growth stops. Just as I thought. I've seen this before. You're not a monster. You're just ill and need to get treated as soon as possible. She's recovering in the medical center, and after the surgery was over, there haven't been any problems. I take Kevi's hand and wipe away his tears. Right now she's worried about you, Kevi. Can you tell me what happened on the day of the explosion? How did you manage to stay hidden? The secret base you have with Mia? Comforted by my words, he stops sobbing. Slowly he withdraws his hand and reveals something to me. Oh, in the center of his palm is a tiny crystal fragment. This is... A familiar energy reverberates in my heart, and I slowly exhale. It's the last spatium core fragment we have been looking for.
When the explosion happened, Mia and I were playing hide and seek. I was in our secret base while she was outside. She couldn't find me. I was hiding for a couple of minutes. Then I heard a loud bang and blacked out. I was protected by this thing that Mom and Dad left.
Huh. Vivi looks down at his palm. Protocore fragments amidst a gentle soft glow. Your parents left this?
Yeah. They also said I need to take care of Mia. And that I shouldn't be found and use this to hide whenever I'm in danger.
Huh. So this fragment can create a space. The secret base you and Mia talked about. Lowering his head, he nods.
After the explosion, I slept for a long time. And when I woke up, I wanted to find Mia, but there were people outside looking for me.
Who were they?
I don't know, but they were dressed like Mom and Dad. Mom and Dad said that when they're not around, I shouldn't trust those people or go with them.
Oh.
I can't trust anyone.
I see. This must mean Kevy's parent knew there were people in the fleet who wanted to harm them. I bet other groups are also involved. At this point, letting the fleet find Kevy might not be for the best. I touched the black crystals on Kevy's face. He slightly flinches from the pain. But even if we only consider his health, Kevy can't stay here anymore. Maybe having him leave Sky Heaven temporarily is the only way to ensure his safety right now. In that case, the Hunters Association, which has been kept out of these events since the beginning, will be a reliable safe haven. I know you're in danger and that you really want to see Mia now, but you need to keep these fragments safe and hold on for one more day. I'll make the necessary arrangements and return to you as soon as I can. Kevy is quiet for a moment. Then he pats Lucia's head and nods.
Can you tell Mia something for me? I'm okay. Tell her not to worry.
Yes. And if anyone questions me, I can just say, it's just to make her feel better. A white lie. Here we go, let's go. More lore, more stuff. After leaving the area that's under lockdown, I called Zane. Hello. Zane.
Don't rush. Speak slowly. Did you find Kevy?
When his voice comes through the phone, it's almost as if a warm hand is soothing my troubled mind. Yes, he has a spatium core fragment. He's been using its power to hide himself. He's also infected with something that involves... There's so many words. He's also infected with something that involves those black crystals, but his condition seems slightly better than what we saw in the patient at Chancia Hospital. In Chancia Hospital, Zane and I arrived at a preliminary conclusion. The Ether Core's power doesn't cause transformation like this. Someone is responsible for creating the crystal-related diseases. And assuming that's the case, they are deliberately turning people into monsters. After I revealed this conclusion, we never really discussed before, the other end of the line is silent for a few minutes.
A few years ago, I witnessed something similar. That person was my friend.
Oh? Recalling my conversation with Zane in the Arctic, yes, I guess forms my mind. Was it the one who died in Mount Eternal? It couldn't be because...
Yes. After that incident, we learned that under extremely special circumstances, when Wanderers strike, their attacks cause energy crystals to grow in the afflicted area. They corrode the human body and grow a sort of shell over it. Once that happens, the victims can lose their sanity within seconds and uncontrollably lash out at anyone around them.
Some of the vague relationship between a few things become clearer. Zane's secret research, the small animals at Dr. Noah's home. Your research with Dr. Noah in the Arctic involves this, right?
It does. Based on your description, Kevy's transformation hasn't truly started. But it's hard to say if we should delay our attempts to treat it.
I have a feeling that if he stays in Sky Heaven, something unpredictable and grave will happen.
I'll find a way to transfer him to Oxo Hospital and ask Dr. Noah to come back.
I was just about to ask you about that. When can you pick up Kevy?
The hospital can't reach his guardians, which could be a problem. I'll have everything arranged by tomorrow night at the latest.
Okay. Then I'll bring Kevy to you at that time.
There's one more thing. A necessary reminder, so to speak.
Yes? He pauses before lowering his voice.
Since Kevy has an ether core fragment, it's possible Ever will keep looking for him when caring for others. You must be mindful of your own safety.
Yes, sure. Before coming here, I thought I had grown stronger. I thought I would be capable enough to handle the challenges that awaited me, but I didn't expect them to become even more difficult. Fortunately, I've never had to face them alone.
Perhaps I'm also doing this for myself.
Yeah, thankfully I have people because goddamn, doing all this alone. And no thank you. After the cold ends, my beating heart finally begins to calm down. I look up at the moonlight hidden behind the dark clouds. The night is still, with no wind or rain, and the stars shine brightly. I suddenly wonder if Zane also looking at the same night sky right now. The lieutenant's appearance at the medical center today means the fleet is keeping Mia under close surveillance. I need to avoid them if I want to bring Kevy there. Which means I need to keep this from Caleb somehow. During my trip back to the station on the floating island, the previously peaceful sky suddenly becomes dark and gloomy. Thunder roars in the distance. It might start raining again. My phone has several unread texts from Caleb. Where are you? When will you be back? I'm at the supermarket. How do you eat? No! I wanted to see it! Why did you do that? I didn't touch anything. Come on, I wanted to read that. Ha! As I scroll through them, the fact that Caleb is truly back sinks in. I don't even have the audio.
Everyone's on edge because of the explosion in the Cascade District.
The Deepspace tunnel's been acting up again, and more wanderers are showing up in Skyhaven.
I send over my location's coordinates, and then it starts to drizzle. I join the crowd under the overpass. The atmosphere grows heavy with an eerie chill. A figure clad in black, half their face concealed by a high collar, appears. Their greenish-gray hair is loosely tied.
Excuse me.
Oh, you look cool. I'm sorry. You look interesting. Who are you? But they don't move. Something's off. So I move to the side. Can I help you?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, of course. All of a sudden, there's a small explosion nearby. The scorching heat throws me back a few meters.
It's a wonder!
Run!
I steady myself, covering my nose and mouth with one hand and waving away the smoke with the other. The stranger is still there. He pulls down his collar to reveal his face. With a forked tongue and white slit pupils, he grins mysteriously as if knowing this would happen.
Has anyone warned you that a unique hunter like yourself could get into some real trouble around these parts?
He moves like a grayish-green serpent. His fingers change into blades as they swipe past my cheek. I barely manage to sidestep him. He attacks again, aiming for my throat this time. He's tough and quick. I instinctively lean back and narrowly avoid the silver blades. I pistol whip him, the gun landing a decisive blow in his head. Hearing that satisfying sound, I know I did a good job. I turned around. From the broken remains, wires and metal bits burst out along with a bunch of tiny bolts.
You're annoying. I can't hear anything now.
Oh, so you're part robot, okay. The man touches the broken part of his ear before tossing the short-circuiting implant into the drain.
If I take the ether core from you, I can trade
Also,
it in
you know.
for an ear with some nice bass.
The scattered electrical equipment is sucked into a metaflux surge and it spawns several strange-looking wanderers.
Oh, well, let them have some fun.
Is this some kind of transformation? My hand moves behind my waist. Amidst the dirt and rain, a bright red flash materializes. A wanderer that has lunged forward is sent flying back several meters. What a duct it was. An apple? What the hell? You just threw a fruit at him? Having found his mark, the apple continues on its gravity-defying trajectory. I turn my head. Of course it's him. Cradling his phone between his ear and shoulder, Caleb grabs an apple from the paper bag he's holding, throws it up and catches it with his right hand.
The supermarket wasn't having a sale on produce today, and my bullets aren't exactly cheap.
Caleb! Yes. Hello. I raise my gun and swiftly position myself beside him. I keep an eye on the wanderers approaching us.
This isn't a game. I won't let you charge in alone.
But I'm not charging in alone. What are you talking about? Don't underestimate me. Don't underestimate me. I can pull my weight in a battle just like you know. I mean, I haven't died in all this. He's so pissed. Oh, nice. Okay. Let's go. Here you go. I was wondering when we were going to have some combat in the story. There's always like a few instances of combat. Okay.
This is too easy.
If you say so. I feel like this environment is a little bit too much. It's not very well optimized, I think.
Requesting full suppression gunfire.
Roger.
Oh, nice.
Caleb.
Coming. You can't break our connection.
No?
It's only got half its health left.
Yeah.
You want to do a competition?
Of course.
My frames are not exactly the best here.
It
in
can't
this
hold on
map.
for much longer.
Let's see who can land the finish.
I hope it gets better
I'll show you.
with the rest of the updates and stuff.
Requesting full suppression gunfire.
Roger.
There's a change in tactics. Stay cool.
My turn.
Let's
Hey.
see judge this.
I'm running low on medical supplies.
Requesting full suppression gunfire.
Roger.
Now's our chance to strike.
Bring it on.
You can't break our connection.
Hopefully now I have the
Let's change our
pair,
rhythm.
like
Eat this.
the 2 cards. At least the 4-star cards
Time
for
to change our
killer. I will need them, I think.
Target is within range. Commence encirclement.
Oh,
Let's end this
not
together.
a bad one.
Caleb.
Coming. Requesting full suppression gunfire.
Roger.
Now's our chance to strike.
Oh,
Bring it on.
there you go.
Alrighty, it's over.
I think our teamwork could be better.
Is there another instant? Or... Oh, nice. Nice. There you go. Oh, there you go, one of them. Nice. Blindfold. Do we get to interrogate this thing? Bang. The last wanderer is flattened by an unseen force and scattered debris in all directions. Caleb! Muddy water is everywhere, but Caleb seems unfazed as he brushes aside the damp strands of my hair.
Are you hurt?
I'm good. That person is getting away. Caleb holds out his hand. His fingers slightly extended. A barrage of stone shards chase after the fleeing figure clothed in dark grayish green.
Eat some fruit. I'll be right back.
A paper bag lands in my hands. Before I can respond, Caleb vaults over the railing and disappears into the night. How did Caleb get here so quickly? I don't know where he was. Maybe he was close by.
Perfect vessel, my ass. It doesn't even look as good as us unfinished products. Damn it!
Sharp shards pierce through half of Viper's face. Oh! Before he can even cry out in anger, a kick knocks the wind out of him. A powerful force slams him into the ground, which instantly destroys the other half of his face. Oof,
I see it's shedding season again, Viper.
Oh, but you know him.
You bastard! I'll kill you!
Caleb increases the weight. Immediately, the crisp sound of something cracking reverberates. Those invisible restraints are like iron that even make Viper's knees squeak.
Stop it!
A white prosthetic eye floats into Caleb's hand and is crushed in an instant.
Who gave you the right to approach her?
Oh, nice.
It's not time to go after her yet. I was just playing around with her.
Oh. He feels as if that swamp is slowly squeezing the air out of his lungs, making it difficult to breathe.
There are less than 72 hours before the final cleanup.
72?
Just reminding you that.
Ah.
If you can't retrieve the protocore fragments, you're done for.
Oh, yeah.
Which hand did you touch her with? This one?
He's unfazed by the threat. Look, Viper's left hand is twisted, and he almost passes out from the pain.
You need to protect her. It's a bit much.
Never too much. What are you talking about?
Wouldn't you say your overprotectiveness borders obsessive?
I would say so. I don't mind. Raindrops are suddenly suspended in the air. They are like countless silver needles that are ready to pierce him at the moment. He can't even laugh. Caleb crouches down, meeting Viper's gaze. He slightly smiles.
Lay a hand on her again, and I will kill you.
Oh, so wait. Are you on the same side? Maybe not on the same side, but they do know each other. Something going on there. Unable to find Caleb, I had no choice but to retreat to the overpass. The soaked part of the paper bag I'm holding leaves a chaotic pattern on my hand. It almost resembles a winding labyrinth. That person knew I had an ether core. Is he an assassin sent by Ever? But he wasn't planning to kill me. It seemed like he was testing his prey.
Why are you standing here in the rain?
An umbrella shields me as Caleb reappears. He frowns as he wipes away the water from my face. Caleb, are you okay?
I'm fine, but I lost track of him.
Lies. Why are you lying? Having checked Caleb's hand over and over again, my anxiety only dissipates when I confirm he's unharmed. It's okay. I got some of the parts he dropped. I'll take them back to the data analysis. Hopefully, there will be something to learn.
We'll talk about it later. Let's go home.
He takes off his coat and drapes it over my head. With his arm around my shoulders, his warmth quickly envelops me.
Give me a heads up next time you go out. I can't help but worry about you when you're all alone.
Are you sure it's just worry? Ooh. Upon returning home, Caleb ushers me into the bathroom. I'm wrapped in the hot weather's warmth. After getting out of the shower, putting on soft loungewear. The rain's chill having faded away. In the living room, I scan the parts and upload the data to my watch. A steaming bowl of ginger soup appears at the coffee table.
You didn't dry your hair. Again.
I generally don't. I always found it really weird that people, everything like that. Just, oh, you didn't dry your hair. I let it dry, even in winter. I never used the hair dryer, so it's kind of weird. I just dry it a little bit with a towel and that's it. It just hair dries, nothing more. I always find it weird. Just leave my hair like that. Come on. Freshened up, Caleb brings over a towel. He sits down on the couch and pats the spot next to him.
Come here.
I comply and hold the bowl of soup while Caleb towel dries my hair. It's very soothing. I can't help but narrow my eyes. It's been a while since I received your service like this.
Oh, so you know it's a service. And that's why you always plop onto the bed to play with your phone while your hair's still wet.
It's because I know you will help me.
Okay, Pipsqueak.
He's cute. Through the towel, something taps my head. It's not too gentle or too rough. So, don't you think you've gotten better at drying hair?
Have I? I moved out to live in the college dorms. Then I moved again for the DAA after graduating. Looking back, it's been forever since I was really home. That means it's also been a long time since I helped you dry your hair.
You were practicing somewhere else. Just be toxic. Feels my chin before using his fingers to comb through the disheveled strand. There's no rush. We have more than enough time together.
Yep.
With a promise made, a new thought crosses my mind. What about the Deepspace Aviation Administration? Do they know you joined the Far Space Fleet? What about your comrade in arms?
They don't know. And they won't.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be smart to have too many people in on this. They aren't required to know everything about me anyway.
My phone's screen suddenly lights up. I see a news alert about the explosion in Cascade District. Ah, right. Heavy. He removes the towel from my head and walks to the bathroom.
I'll grab the hairdryer. Give me a sec.
Wait. Aware of the warnings Kevy's parents gave and the fleet's close surveillance of the siblings, I realize things are in a more sinister light. Is it possible Caleb knows something about this? Are Kevy's parents important? I don't want to doubt him. Honestly, you wouldn't like to doubt him, but he's fishy. You shouldn't trust him either. Are Kevy's parents important? The fleet has used a considerable amount of resources to deal with the explosion incident and their search for Kevy. Is it because Kevy's parents are important to them?
The perpetrator and victims are fleet personnel. That means the fleet must take full responsibility and provide answers to the public.
Then what will the fleet do if they can't find Kevy? To reassure me, Caleb gently pats my head. His voice softens.
Don't worry. They will find him.
Yeah, that's the problem. We don't want them to find him. As I watch Caleb walk away, sense of guilt creeps over me like an evening mist. Okay, listen. If this thing here, this atrocity of design on the sleeves and the front of the shirt, because it's bothering me for a while, to have it not happen the same at the on the back is just bothering me so much. Like, if you're going to make a statement, do it completely. Come on. Stop it. I don't like that black thing on the sleeves and the front. I don't like it. Come on. Sorry. At least be consistent about it. Oh, okay. Hearts crossing. Let's go. When I wake up the next day, my head feels foggy and my throat is itchy. Maybe it's because I got caught in the rain yesterday. What are these for? As soon as I enter the living room, I stop in my tracks. Boxes of various sizes that weren't there before are now here. Caleb rolls up his sleeves. He sits down on the floor and pieces something together from the scattered parts around him. What are you doing?
This place has been empty for too long, so I bought some stuff.
Oh.
Take a look. Do you need anything else?
It's okay. I will only be staying here for a few days. Anyways, I need to go.
Why? You don't plan to visit me anymore?
That depends on your attitude. No, of course not. I rub my stuffy nose. Content, Caleb smiles. Wipes his hands and gives me the assembled robot a pat. Gives the assembled robot a pat on the head.
Hello, Master.
Oh, so cute. Little robot's screen forms a smile as his movements produce a series of clink-clanks.
When you're on the bed and glued to your phone, it can bring you snacks and drinks.
Sure. The warmth in Caleb's smile makes me even more guilty. I'm sorry. If the fleet is just trying to protect Kevy, then I'll make it up to you once he's safe. I promise. I sit next to him and attempt to mask my nervousness with a pleading look. Caleb, I agreed to have dinner and watch a movie with some classmates in Sky Heaven tonight. Can you give me a ride? It's not that far. You can take me there since your plane can just zoom. Ivy agreed to meet at midnight, but after careful consideration, I decided to head out early to avoid any problems. I made a suggestion to Caleb so he wouldn't overthink things.
You shouldn't go out. I can tell you're coming down with a cold based on your voice alone. Focus on resting today, so you can recover.
I'm going out, no matter what you say. Caleb opens another box and busies himself again.
There's a weird energy fluctuation in the Deepspace tunnel. All the Wanderers in Skyhaven are riled up because of it.
No.
To ensure everyone's safe, Skyhaven will be under lockdown tonight. We'll be doing a cleanup.
Oh no. Isn't eliminating Wanderers supposed to be a hunter's job? What kind of threat could possibly warrant a large-scale large-scale response from the fleet?
Doesn't matter. Since the fleet is in charge of Skyhaven, safety is our highest priority.
They're being awfully suspicious. He pauses and looks up.
I won't be around tonight, so don't even think about going out. Got it?
Good to know that you're not going to be here. But this isn't good. I need to get Heavy out of there. I promise it will be quick. Pretend to give in. Meeting Caleb's gaze. I pretend to give in and purposely let a bit of reproaching tinge my voice. Fine, I'll stay here. I can't exactly disobey the colonel's orders, huh?
You also can't lock yourself in your room so that you can sneak out through the window later.
This isn't our old house. And even if I did climb out the window, I wouldn't get very far. Seemingly uninterested in arguing, he ruffles my hair.
I'll take you to meet your classmates tomorrow.
He responds with a smile. It's the same one I've always seen, but his gaze is a little too cheerful. He's hiding something. Caleb, be honest with me. Is the cleanup tonight related to the explosion?
You're overthinking it.
No, I'm not. He looks away and pretends to study the sketch. I grab his chin, forcing him to look at me. You're lying.
What about you, then?
He calmly grabs my right hand and reveals the gun I had put on my waist.
Why do you need a gun at a friendly get-together?
I mean, yesterday I was attacked, dude. Like, what do you mean, why do you need a gun? That's because I'm worried about encountering a wanderer. His grip on my wrist tightens.
Don't forget about the ether core in your body. You're not a normal hunter, and the whole explosion incident is complicated. One wrong move, and you'll be trapped here forever.
The fleet isn't just here to investigate the explosion, right? Are you hiding something? Yes, you are. In the dense silence, the small audio is oblivious as it continues making noise. After what seems like an eternity, suddenly lets go.
Sorry. Do you remember what I said? Leave it to me. I won't break my promise to you.
That's not the issue. My lips tighten into a thin line, and the increase in body temperature that I've been fighting hits me. I slowly lean back and sink into the sofa.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have upset you.
Caleb kneels, digs my wrist that he had grasped earlier and massages it with his thumb.
But tonight's operation isn't just a normal patrol. You're unaware of the dangers here.
I don't trust you. His earnest gaze follows mine when I try to look away. For some reason, this version of Caleb feels like a stranger. Do you really mean it?
Cross my heart.
You made a promise to me. Don't forget about it. Dude, he's going to break my heart. I know it. As the day draws to a close, I still haven't found an opportunity to leave. I hope the round-the-clock shuttle service won't be affected by the cleanup. Only when my phone gives me a no-service message do I realize how thorough Skyhaven lockdown is. Outside, darkness cloaks the scenery with the trees' shadows. When it's 11 p.m., I hear the faint creak of a door opening outside. After silently counting to 30, I quietly get out of bed and go to the living room. No one's here. Only a single wall lamp illuminates the room, and the furniture's shadow are plastered on the house's white walls. I let out a sigh of relief and tried to find my gun that Caleb put away.
Looking for something?
Fuck you. He's not stupid. You're still here. Caleb stands behind me, his arms crossed. The light casts irregular patterns on the floor.
I was about to leave.
Go ahead, I'm getting something to drink. A cup that's filled with water floats over to my side, along with 2 white pills.
You were coughing a lot during the day. Did you catch a cold because of yesterday's rain?
Do not put me to sleep, I swear to God. It's just a small cough. You do seem like that. Oh, no, don't
Take some meds before you go back to sleep.
You're going the obsessive gender route, I'm so sure. God, you're giving so many signs. His gaze is calm and gentle, showing no signs of discontent, as if my pitiful light pulled him. Okay. I won't let him worry about me tonight, at least. I put the pills in my mouth and wash it down with the water. I have emptied the cup in one go. The ticking of the clock's second hand echoes in the dimly lit room, empathizing the silence between us and at my mingling breath. Without thinking, I avoid his gaze. I hesitate for a moment before heading back to the bedroom. Good night.
Good night.
He looks guilty as hell. What do you give me? I distrust him so much. I don't distrust his intentions. I distrust your methods. You look great, but I don't trust it. No. There he is.
Hey.
What do you want to tell me? What are you doing?
If I kept you here with me like this, would you think I'm being too selfish?
Oh, damn it. You are. You are. I think, yeah.
But it's only us now.
Oh, God. Oh, no. You are. You actually are.
Let's say I had noticed these threats that were lurking around you earlier.
You wouldn't have changed anything, boy.
Knowing then what I know now, none of this would have happened, right?
I think it would. Just differently. What is that? Oh, God. Cleanup operation. Didn't get to read it.
Don't worry. This nightmare will come to an end. I promise.
What are you speaking about, boy? He's loading and he's kind of stuttering a little bit, but... Oh no. Oh no, and oh yes, but God. Yeah. Sorry. Anyways, yeah, pursue. Equip. Okay, I can use whatever memories for this one. Good. Oh, I'm liking the story. I'm liking his part of the story. This is great. I had heard people say that he was going to be yandere or something, but I wasn't taking it super seriously. Might be interesting.
Light, shine down upon me.
You're a comet trail.
I'll use this
I'm
move
going
then.
to be very
The
interesting.
enemies are weak. Now's our chance.
Bring it on.
Do you want to celebrate?
It's interesting
With a
because
cup
the
of
rest
honey
of
milk
them
tea.
are... They are very obsessive, possessive, however you call it. But they try not to show it. Caleb doesn't seem worried about showing it. I look forward to it. There. I look forward to the rest of it. Oh, it's already been like 2 hours. Oh, that's a lot. I may have to cut it at the end of this one. Time flies when you're having fun. It's
Will I get what I want this time?
I'm enjoying this one.
Watch out. It's time.
Here we go.
It feels like
Savior.
still seems to be
Don't get too close.
obviously he can't really go against
Time to get
the
serious.
fleet
It's time.
because of orders or whatever type of control they have over him.
Bring
But
it
he
on.
also wants to
Do you want to
protect
celebrate?
you, but that
With a cup of honey milk
that
tea.
overprotectiveness may not be the best because he does want us to be in the dark about everything. That's basically why I distrust him quite a bit, because he's not going to be honest with me. Oh no, wait, it doesn't matter. It's going to be 3 stars anyways. I think, I hope. But yeah, that's basically why I don't really trust him as much as if it was someone else.
It's a Lightseeker's duty to kill one.
I kind of like the approach that they had for him. You know?
Watch out. Comet trail.
Seems like a very fun character
My
to get to
turn.
know.
Light, shine down upon me.
Here I come.
I wonder
Are you
if we
okay?
have any other tasks with him, like with every single, like with all the other characters. You do have a past that
Do you want to celebrate?
With a cup of honey milk
transcends this
tea.
timeline in a way. So I wonder what Caleb's is, if he has any. So yeah. For now, ooh, okay, that's done. This next, yes, is night and ending. Okay, wait, this one was Vanishing Skyward. Okay. Okay, I have a few things to claim because, of course, I was doing the story, so yeah. I had a few things. Got this one. I just like the apple. I just like that he had nothing and he didn't want to use the bullets and he just threw an apple. The dude. Wait. Rewind feature is now available to your previous comments and moments. You can clear previous responses. Interesting. How far is Sky Heaven from Lincoln? Why don't you check? Let's do that. There we are. Poor guy is like... Oh, yay. Okay, wait. I have a lot of stuff here that I need to kind of tackle after. How much do I have? 233. Not too much. So yeah, I might just leave it there for today. It's been like, what, 2 hours? 2 hours is a lot, so yeah, that's been it. And I've been like seeing the event and stuff. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of stuff today. I think it's enough. Maybe I just okay, I have 3:30. Nothing much. Anyway, that's all for now. Hello. I'm sorry, Roughly. I'm not cheating on you, I swear. Next time I'll just tackle this. Maybe it will take 2 hours like this. I'm looking forward to it. Anyways, bye-bye!